Kimberly Neesmith, the Chief Financial Officer for Thomasville City Schools. Today, I'm going to present an introductory lesson regarding how a local school district develops its budget. Our learning objectives for today are to gain a broad overview of the budgeting process for a school district, understand the revenue components of a school district's budget, and understand the expenses associated with the school district's budget. When developing any budget, you must first decide how much money you're going to have. We call this revenue. For our public school system in Georgia, our general fund revenue consists of two primary sources of income: state sources, which represent 54%, and our local taxes, which are 45% of our revenue. For our state sources, Georgia's Department of Education uses the Quality Basic Education, or QBE, funding formula to determine the amount of state funding that the district receives. For our local taxes, Thomasville City primarily uses property taxes. We have a little bit of other sources such as Medicaid, federal sources, and other local sources representing less than 1%. So let's talk about QBE, Quality Basic Education. This is Thomasville City Schools' current allocation sheet for QBE. It tells us each program of education that we offer our students. The number of FTE is the full-time equivalency or the enrollment of our students in those different categories of education. And then we have our total state funds. So for this year, we are receiving $15,127,497 in QBE money. This is based on a total FTE of 2,610 students. The majority of Thomasville City Schools' local taxes are generated through our city's property taxes. In order to determine the amount of property taxes levied, the school system receives the property tax digest from the local tax commissioner's office and then recommends the millage rate. This chart shows the tax digest and 5-year levy rate for Thomasville City Schools. Thomasville City Schools is responsible for identifying the amount of local taxes needed to meet budget requirements and sets the millage rate that will produce that amount of revenue based on the value of one meal. After feedback from the public, the Board of Education adopted the rollback rate of 16.414 meals. Therefore, the district receives approximately $11.949 million this current school year from property taxes.
Now that you have an understanding of the components of revenue, we will look at the expenditures of a local school district. It should come as no surprise that the majority of expenses are instructional in nature, with 64% of expenses in this function. In addition, we know that our people are our most valuable resource. Therefore, salaries and benefits compose approximately 85% of our district's budget.
Of course, are teachers and administrators who are paid on the state of Georgia teacher salary schedule. For this upcoming year, it is proposed that a first-year teacher with a bachelor's degree earn $41,092 as a base salary. For a veteran teacher of 10 years with a master's degree, the proposed salary is $56,396. In addition to the base salary, Thomasville City Schools pays a local supplement based on years of experience, and they also contribute to these benefits: teachers' retirement system, state health, a 403B plan, Medicare, life insurance, disability, and workers' comp, all coming to totals of $72,564 for that first-year teacher with a bachelor's degree, and $92,526.28 for the 10-year teacher with a master's. Of course, there are many variations that one can have with years of experience and degrees. In addition to our teachers and administrators, we also have other staff members who are based on different salary schedules and receive different supplements as well. So once all the salaries and benefits are calculated, that leaves us about 15% to use for remaining expenses. Those expenses include instructional resources, maintenance and repairs, utilities, insurance, and technology. When estimating expenditures for the upcoming year, it's important to look at the previous year's expenditures. At the end of the Today, we are required by Georgia state law to operate with a balanced budget. This means that our revenues must equal our expenditures. If we see that expenditures are going to exceed revenues, then a school district will have to dip into their reserves or their fund equity.
Today, I have presented an overview of the budgeting process for our local school district's general fund budget. For Thomasville City Schools, our two primary sources of revenue are state QBE and local city property taxes. Our expenditures are 85% salaries and benefits, with the majority of our expenses going towards instruction. Now it's your turn. Given the displayed QBE allotment sheet and a millage rate of 14.25 mills, in which one mill equals $880,250, how much total revenue can this district expect to receive? If you said $31,525,256.50, then you are correct. In order to have a balanced budget, we know our expenditures cannot exceed this amount. We can roughly estimate that 85% of our expenditures will be dedicated to salaries and benefits. We'll use our historical data to estimate the remaining 15% of expenditures. I hope you now have a greater understanding of the budgeting process for our local school district.